Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're back. Just Luke. Unplugged, as it were. Just a man sitting in a chair. One man, one mic. That's right, SVT. Because tonight we're doing something a little bit different. Well, if you've been here since the beginning, you know this used to be a show a little bit different. It used to be called Dr. Problem Solvers, and it was a show where I would try and solve people's problems, offer them advice, generally just help them through whatever messed up crap was going on in their life. And tonight, I'd like to bring that ethos back. I know a lot of you see me, think, this guy's got it all figured out. A girlfriend that makes way more money than him, a garage that she lets him do his little show in. Yeah, I know. It ain't easy. So, thank you, Gablier. Continuing the sub. Let me do my little show. I know. I know from where you're sitting, this looks good, right? So tonight I'd kind of like to give back to the community and kind of see what's going on with you guys, you know? I thought, we got comedian Sarah Squirmier, and she's talking about how she got hacked on Twitter for an hour and a half. None of that tonight. It's just you. It's just you. It's just you and me. So thank you for being here. We'll start taking calls shortly, but I just wanted to we're going to do something tonight. She did end up getting hacked, Spenny. I think a lot of accounts got hacked, and it was like from Russian accounts trying to sell backs, but it was fine. Oh no, her DMs. Oh no, they're going to find the message where Sarah was talking to Lizzo about how awesome everything is. I mean, it's like, grow up, you know? Nobody cares. I don't. You shouldn't either. You shouldn't either. It's nice to be here. I was driving very fast back on the 134. I was watching the Go Off Kings as I drove, which was tough. I don't think I wasn't supposed to do that. But, you know, you got to support your friends in all things and all content your friends make. You have to be supporting them. I take back my "oh no" because I don't care anymore. That's exactly right, Spuddy. That's the kind of guidance you can find here tonight, you know. A lot of jokers out there will try and give you advice, but only one guy that looks like me is doing it. You know what I mean? That's actually probably not true. Probably a lot of guys that look like me doing advice streams, but don't you worry, I'm gonna have the call part open on mine as well, so I'll be able to monitor. You wave it to Wavelength System Elgato, that's right, and make sure on Wavelength Capture that the monitor is set to Blacklink speakers, blah blah. That's right. And let's see if we can get those speakers plugged in. So, Tanner, what I'm going to need you to do, and I'm going to say it very calmly, because tonight, not only that, we're going to be nice to Tanner, by the way. You just got to find an aux extender, right? There you go, and plug that into those. There you go, boom. And then I believe the mic might not be plugged into power, so you're also going to need to find power for the speakers, rather. Yeah. It looks like maybe it got unplugged. Thank you so much. Deep Space 90s, really great account. If you like Deep Space Nine, Deep Space Nine stuff, they're a really great account for like bootleg stuff that goes off. Luke, it was great to see you on the Best Show. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. That's why I was late tonight. I was helping out Sarah, being Sarah's friend. You could, there's another, you got it. Okay. Maybe you could plug in, there's another extension. There's another cord right there. Sorry, I said I was going to be nice. So you see that right there? There should be a place to plug that in because I had something else plugged in there that was a similar thing. I recall you typing in all caps, "fuck Sarah Sherm" in Ricky's chat the other night. Well, what am I supposed to say? You need to catch the latter half of the VOD. I hope y'all won the friend contest. I am a good friend. Well, I did drive her. Listen to this. In LA locals, you're gonna know how good a friend I am based on this. I drove from. Now let's see if Tanner plugs that surge protector into another surge protector. Is he going to? Yeah, you can't do that, man. No, not good. That's your first. That's something. If you learn one thing this summer, Tanner, I want it to be never plug a surge protector into another surge protector. And I want to give you advice. Well, let's see. There might be power coming from this way. I mean, somehow I had an extension cord plugged in back there. Maybe move my jack in. It might be behind that. I'm not talking to you like a kid. This is just my nice voice. Sometimes people confuse. Krem, welcome back 6 months. Welcome back 6 months. I'm sorry. I'm still figuring some stuff out. You know, don't take it personally, because we're doing the nice stream tonight. A lot of times I got a bad attitude or whatever it is, whatever my problem is. Still looking, huh? All right, here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's the clues for this escape room. There was a surge protector plugged in right there. You know that. So presumably, if you keep looking, there should be a way to plug it back into there should be some way to plug one back in. There should be some way. I don't know. I could get up and show you, but I'm trying to host the show. Huh? I don't listen. I can't see it from here. I don't know. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. I'm being nice. I'm sending you on a mission because I'm trying to. Here's what I'm not trying to do tonight. None of that stuff where I get up and I go. You know what I mean? It's all good. You know what? It's all good. I'm not disrespecting Tanner. There should be power coming either around from there or around from there. Somehow I had a surge protector plugged in back there. How? God, I don't know. God, if I know. Shuffling something around back there. No, that's another surge protector. So you can't plug it into the surge protector. That's the one rule. That's sort of like, you know when you play like a custom, you know in Team Fortress 2 or an Overwatch, Tanner, you know in Overwatch when you go and you're like, oh, this is the maze snowball fight. You can't use your regular gun, you just have to use snowballs. That's kind of what this is, but for you finding power. There's a lot of places. I mean, I'll tell you what. All right. Now I'm seeing a green extension cord plugged into that, right? That's fine. You just can't daisy chain. Oh, I'm sorry if that wasn't clear. My mistake. You can't daisy chain. Well, we're not keeping it under 15 amps here, dude. Okay, yeah, Team Fortress 2. Getaway. That's what, you know, when you're playing competitive Team Fortress 2, right? What's the meta? 2 soldiers, 1 scout, 1 medic, 1 demo man. Right, Getaway? That's the meta. So you can run engineer, but you're going to lose. Very close. I think there's two scouts. 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, 1 medic, 1 demo man. Is that it? That's right. Now, Tanner, I guess the last question is, why do you think you can't daisy chain surge protectors? That's right. Tanner, if you couldn't hear, said it's infinite power. You get infinite power, and I don't think you can do that. It is a fire hazard. That's right, Bowmore, because you're sending too much electricity through. Because once you start, I mean, if you daisy chain one, it's like probably wouldn't be a big deal. Look, we don't have that much plugged in. We still got some big lights plugged in, though. We're just plugging in a little speaker. But imagine, if you will, dear audience, Tanner as well, I want you to visualize this. Surge protector, right? Totally full of stuff. Another surge protector. Totally full of stuff. That's one, and where is that coming out of? One wall outlet. One wall outlet. That's not good. Is it? Well, give it a show. Give it a whirl. Is there a phone? Is someone calling? Oh, okay. You know, whatever. Keep figuring it out. That thing needs to get power. Make sure, did you set in audio capture? Did you set in the Elgato Stream audio capture is the monitor mix being sent to speakers. Okay. If you go to sound settings in Windows, is the default output set to Elgato system? Well, we don't have the phone on yet, but we're going to soon. This is on Tanner's test, because here's a little behind the scenes here over here at Luke Man Enterprises. I get a text from Tanner. He says, I don't know, nothing's plugged in. I don't know how to do any of this. What's the date? Tanner, when did you get here? When did you get here? What date? What date, Tanner? I think it was about May 20th, I believe. May 20th, June 25th right now. Might be quiz time. Might be quiz time. Can Tanner set this up? I don't know. We're going to see. How many days has he been on site? Quite a few. I mean, you've certainly seen him around, haven't you? You've certainly seen him around. Them intern credits aren't free. Tanner doesn't get school credit, but I pay him a healthy minimum wage. I pay him a healthy minimum wage. Let's see. I'll come over there in a sec. But let's just sit in it for 1 second. Try playing a YouTube video and see if that comes through. Because sometimes, Tanner, it honestly might be in, it might not even be, it might not, well, that's your fault, but it might not be, sometimes the audio routing on this computer gets a little messy, folks. Throw on a YouTube video. It's coming through on the stream, but you can't hear it. Okay, all right. Well, now, you know what? It's 8:16. I've given Tanner a chance. Now I'm going to come in and fix it calmly. No. He put his hand out for the mic. No. All right. No, you can take the mic, but don't sit down.
Should I do my 3 minutes? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, they can hear it. They can hear the One Piece fight.
Yeah, you said it to the wrong thing. That's okay, but that's because I told you the wrong one. It's speakers, real tech. Yeah. I said.
All right. Well, Luke told me the wrong information, and that's all right.
That was part of his quiz. All right, folks. We've got everything figured out here at the old Luke Man Studios for a nice, cool advice stream. I know a lot of y'all kind of look at me as like a father figure, so tonight I'm sort of going to give back. Gotta tell you, you got some problem going on in your life. Money troubles, marriage trouble, the 3 M's, money, marriage, and Mondays. And that means anything work related. So, you know what? If you need help, tonight's the night. Tonight, we're gonna have ourselves a good night. It's a song I wrote. Tanner, as soon as the stream was fixed, immediately went on his phone. Okay, that's fine. You're talking to someone? Okay, all right. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Yes, folks, you can catch me on the beautiful Cobbin Troubleshooting. I need an intern, so I always have someone to banter with. It's like being solo and trying to do fun stream stuff. It's nice to have a. And Tanner, I'm gonna say Tanner's now not even an intern. I'm gonna say you're a full-out employee, dude. like in the way a McDonald's cashier is a full-out employee. You wouldn't say the cashier at McDonald's is an intern, would you, Tanner? No. That's right. That's right. He's part of the Luke Taylor family of brands. You know, I keep trying to turn my name on Steam. I cannot change it from the white David Foster Wallace. I want to. That was funny one night, and I can't change it. Here's what I want to change it to is Luke Solomon Taylor, my full name. Because I think when you play against me in any Steam game, you should know who you're playing against and be able to look me up and find where I grew up, find where I went to school, find who I voted for. But no dice. No dice. Let's see. Let's see if it changed. I don't think it did. I don't think it did. I really don't think it did. It says Luke Taylor in your friends list? Ooh, it worked. Now here's what's interesting. Graham. You think, now I get why you think that's why how my name is spelled. Of course. That's usually how you spell Solomon. Well, mine's spelled a little bit differently. Solaman. Why? Not really sure. But I am related to Haim Solomon, who was a Jewish financier of the American Revolution. Good side, as in America. Pretty cool. I like that, Ghetto Whale. So, yeah. Tanner kind of ran out of there. Haim. That's right. Pretty cool. Illuminati ass. If you say a Jewish person's in the Illuminati, that's anti-Semitic. You guys know that, right? That's kind of the most anti-Semitic thing you can say. That's kind of the most anti-Semitic thing you could say, basically, actually. But it looks like I changed it to Luke Taylor. Let's get the Solomon in there, though. Let's get the Solomon. And can I admit something to you guys? I gotta admit something to you guys. Here's what's crazy. Here's something crazy about me. I'm 31 years old. And I do not really remember how to spell my middle name. Because I said Solaman, but it is spelled Salomon. And I don't know why. It's one of those things where it feels like I should know how to spell it, but I don't. How do I not know? Well, it doesn't come up that much. See, I got that easy four-letter middle name, no trouble. Fuck. Fuck. Luke Fuck Taylor. I'm glad you all are here. Thank you for tuning in late tonight. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Toenail Friend. Welcome back 4 months. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to see you all here. Stream's looking good. You know, I mean, we're using my sort of Elgato webcam, and you did bring in Chris. He doesn't really seem too happy to be in here. Yeah, so he ran outside. Don't let him run around at night. Yeah. I don't let him be out at night. I'd say get Piggy. Or bring in Chris. Let's see how he does in here. Come here, Chrissy. Come here. Is this how you try and make amends? You're going to meet Chris. Hello, Papa. Chris, what do you think? I feel like frickin' Dr. Evil. Right? Or the James Bond guy. Look at this sweet boy. He's happy because he got dinner. He ran out. He's starting to smell bad because he's outside all the time. Which is tough. Chris, what do you have to say? Tonight, and we're all in my arms tonight. But somebody said I'm just dying in your arms tonight. Well, here's the thing about this cat being outdoors is that he is an indoor cat, but we have a closed-in backyard. I know what you're thinking. Closed in, well, he's going to escape. I only do it when I'm home, but seemingly not interested in escaping. I come outside, he's always sitting in the same place. It's either in the piss spot, which is probably why he smells bad, under one of the chairs, or under a little divot in the house. Thank you, Vertical Mammal, for the tier 1 sub to Get a Whale. So he's chilling, you know? I mean, he really is. He really is. Small imagination. Yeah, I know. He's like, I think he's literally, he wants to go outside. He loves outside. Listen, he loves outside. He goes out, he's sniffing the ground, wandering around, trying to catch birds, trying to catch whatever, but within reason. You know, it's like he has a kingdom, and it might be small, but it's his, and he doesn't need more than that. Exactly. We'd all love to see the outdoors. That's why we have a yard, because it's like a zoo, but it's just squirrels and stuff. So good. You're so good. This is a good cat. All right, we got a call coming in. Are you ready, Tanner? Okay, don't do that. Well, you completely fucked up the green screen floor immediately. Don't do that. Completely. I mean, really. I mean, you see that, Tanner, right? Utterly.
Am I here? Am I in?
Bowmore, welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to me. Thank you for welcoming me.
Yeah, of course, man. Welcome back. I mean, Bowmore, you remember the days. Chris, can you get him? He is fucking up, dude.
I mean, the old days were nothing like this.
I know. Can you believe this? Look at where we are now. Tanner's going behind the green screen.
And here we are streaming. We're chatting. You and I are talking. We're talking crap, and the stream isn't even on yet, and the whole world can hear us.
The stream isn't on yet. What do you mean by that?
Well, in the sense, obviously the stream is on, but in the sense that Tanner hasn't quite, nailed the whole thing together.
Right.
Which is what he's getting paid to do.
Right. So,
come on, Tanner. Come on, Tanner.
Stop, Chris. He's gonna run from you. Is that a pleasant sound, Bowmore, to hear someone make through the phone? You know what I mean? Like that.
I heard somebody back there admonishing someone else. Was that a sound of admonishment?
Yes.
Don't do that.
I was admonishing Chris. Yeah, take him in the house, Tanner. You should see. He fucked up the floor immediately. It was crazy. Now, Bowmore. Oh, he's mad.
Chris the cat. The cat.
It was Chris the cat.
I thought it was Chris from Everything Now just like lurking back there.
No, it was Chris the cat. It was Kirby himself. It is Kirby, but we call him Chris. I can't even get into all that. Now, Bowmore, you know what we're doing tonight?
You're doing a good old Dr. Problem Solvers is how I understand it.
Back to basics. Back to where it all began.
And that's how you brought me in, as you solved a couple of my problems, and now I'm a loyal adherent.
One of the most loyal.
And I would say that any of you out there who have questions about your life, who want to know what's the next steps to take, how do I get from here to there, you call in a Dr. Problem Solver. What we used to call Dr. Problem Solvers, which is now called Chat Havers.
Right.
And tonight we're doing a very, very special episode of Chat Havers.
Yeah.
And you call in and you just say, Luke, how do I fix my shit?
Yes, I couldn't have said it better myself, and I know the answer. That's what's so crazy, Bowmore. That's what maybe they don't believe yet, but they're going to by the end of this episode, is I know the answer to your problem. I know it. I just know it. And I don't know how. I don't know if it's
I used to think that I knew the answers to my own problems.
Right.
And then I started calling in, and then it was just like, fuck.
Right. Exactly. You thought, I can solve this myself. You can't. And unfortunately...
I really can't.
And I'm not a therapist. I want to be very clear about that, okay? I'm not a therapist. I have no
This is not
training.
medical advice.
This is
not
not
medical advice.
In no way. But you know what? I've seen some shit. Hey, hell, I bet y'all have. And sometimes all you need to do is talk to another guy that looks like he went to about the same amount of school as you. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've seen some shit in my life, but I've never been able to quite slice through the Gordian knot the way that Dr. Problem Solver's used to. I'm really excited to what, I've got Thunderstruck by AC/DC playing in my mind tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how many people's problems you can solve tonight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hope, well, it used to be that I wouldn't get off until I solved 3 problems, if you remember that, Bowmore.
And then sometimes that would take 4 or 5 hours, and I was here for all of it.
Right, and most
watching
of
you burn your endurance away.
Well, because I'd solve your problem, and then I'd solve Robbie's problem, and I'd be, well, when's the third going to happen? You know what I mean?
Well, and then, you solve me, Robbie, and Tanner's problems about once a week.
Yeah.
And then man, there's some crazy characters who used to call in. They're crazy characters. Do you remember the guy who was going to become a priest?
Yes. What was his name? Yeah, who was really Christian.
Croissant.
And are you talking about the guy who was like, but then he was also dealing with he was very lovelorn as well?
I'm talking about the guy who there was a girl who was really messed up over, and you're like, you're actually in love with this girl.
Right.
You actually just want to be with this girl. And he was like, no, I want to become a priest and I want to protect her.
Right. I think that was the best advice I ever gave, and it was the only time I was completely straightforward with someone where I was like, you are in love with this girl and you need to know that. But I don't think he ever learned it.
And what I want chat to know is that the most impressive thing, where Luke just sort of blew my mind out of the water, and I said, I'm going to have to subscribe to this guy. I'm going to have to keep watching the stream. Mm-hmm. Is he found this guy. This guy started calling in and started saying, I'm obsessed with this girl, only she wants to have she wants to have a romantic life. She wants to date boys.
Right.
And I cannot tolerate that. Right. And he was real mad about it. Luke somehow finally got the girl to call in. He got the girl herself to call in, which was it. That's the most impressive thing I've ever experienced. We've got to hear from the girl. We heard the girl's point of view, and we really began to understand our longtime caller.
Right.
In that she was kind of upset with his obsession.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah, and I don't know if I'd like to think we made it. I like to think we made it better because maybe we put it out all on the table. You know what I mean? Which I think is nice.
I know the girl appreciated it. I know the girl was happy to have a forum where she was like, "You have to stop. That was so funny. Do we have that? Is that VOD still around?
I might have some of those downloaded on my computer, but I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so.
A lost classic.
No, Robbie was saying he sucked. I'd like to point out to Robbie and Bowmore, I think you can agree. Robbie, I don't think you like any of the callers. Do you feel like that's right, Bowmore? Except maybe you, or he tolerates you.
I would say that Robbie has been harshly critical of me in the past.
Right.
I've tried to adhere to Robbie's dictums, his rubric.
Right. Do you feel like you succeed?
He tunes in my, he hasn't been overtly hostile to me.
Right.
I think he likes me okay.
Right. I think that's a win.
I just want to say that was such a funny saga to me. That was such a funny little saga to me.
Right. It was a blast. And now, Bowmore, I would like to turn it to you. Robbie does say I like Bowmore. Now, Bowmore, I'd like to turn to you. Do you need any advice to kick off tonight's advice giving? Is there anything going on with you? Any problems in your life that you need the old LT stank on?
Oosh. Okay, so I'm getting back into the same fervor I get into every time this year.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to buy a little Honda mini bike. so that I can feel like I'm one of the guys from Akira.
Mm-hmm.
And so I live very near a lake.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's not technically a lake. It's a man-made reservoir.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Tennessee Valley Authority. It looks like a lake. You imagine it as a lake.
Shout out to
The ground is
Public
very
Works
flat around
Administration. I mean, thank you, New Deal, for that.
Absolutely. It's on the goddamn New Deal.
Thank you.
It's the, absolutely. There's a big hydroelectric power dam near me, and I live near it. And there's a brilliant circle around it. There's a brilliant circle of 2-lane highway around it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I buy a little mini bike, a little Honda Navi, even a Honda Grom,
Mm-hmm.
I could just have the time of my life riding circles around it. And
So-
what I want you to do is talk me out of buying a power sports thing.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. Now, if you legitimately think the only place you're going to use this is driving around and around a man-made lake, I'd say definitely don't get that. Maybe take one for a test drive and get it out of your system.
Hey. So I live, the grocery store is around the ring road. My family members are around the ring road.
Mm-hmm.
It's only work that I would need to. All of my personal obligations can be accomplished on what is ultimately a scooter with a scooter's powertrain. A mini bike is a scooter shaped like a motorcycle. You can sort of ride it like a motorcycle and look like a badass motorcycle, but it's a scooter, and that's what I want to buy.
Now, do you have an ulterior? Do you have a car?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I got a car, man,
Okay, you got a car.
and I can walk if I need to.
So this is a completely just sort of auxiliary. This is for purely for
what
fun.
I'm trying not to do is buy a gaming PC or a gun or something retarded.
Well, I gotta
stupid.
ask you. I gotta ask you, Bowmore. I mean, it really all comes because here's what I'll tell you. You're also a man in your 30s, and I believe, correct? You are correct.
Luke, I'm afraid I'm even older. I'm afraid I'm farther advanced in my 30s than you are.
Well, we're both men in our 30s, and if there's one thing I've learned about turning 30 is that we're starting to hit that age as men that we watched our fathers before us and our grandfathers before us start getting into our weird little hobbies. I really do think that that your 30s is about going, actually, I have a tiny bit more disposable income, hopefully. I don't know what your situation is, but if you have a little bit disposable income,
Tiny bit more.
a tiny bit more, right? A tiny bit more, because you also maybe aren't spending it on weird trips to like Myrtle Beach where you go with a bunch of people you don't like and you get alcohol poisoning as much. You're not doing that as
Buying
much.
drinks for people I don't know, that type of thing.
That's right. You realize you don't know them for a reason you don't want to know them. So what I would say to you is, honestly, if you have it and you want a weird little hobby and you'll use the fucker, you should get it. I honestly think so. Now, if you're going to get it and then it's going to sit in the damn shed like I did when I started taking piano lessons, and then I just had to sell my piano I bought because that was a complete waste of time, energy, and money.
I thought about buying a piano.
Right.
I did not. I played piano when I was a kid. I played piano for years.
Right.
No,
you
do not
were
buy
a
a piano.
musician.
Never buy a piano. I used to rock it out.
Yeah. That's at least, I got it, I took lessons, and then it was too hard, and then I stopped, and then I sold it, so I was down, $100 plus lessons.
I've just now realized I have this wild dream similar to your piano dream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to buy this motorcycle, and I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to learn single cylinder engine maintenance.
Right.
I'm going to learn engine maintenance while I
Okay.
take care of it. Of course I'm not going to fucking do that. Of course I'm not going to learn fucking engine maintenance.
Right.
And you know what? I don't need a motorcycle any more than I need a piano.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, you answered your own question, And I'll say from an outside perspective, probably if you're just getting something to go around and around a man-made lake to go to the grocery store, you probably just use your fucking car. You know what I mean? When it all comes down to it.
Just get a fucking bicycle.
Just get
just get drunk
honestly,
and get in my car.
Get a bicycle and get one of those things that the New York's Grubhub delivery drivers have, where they have that weird, like, sort of like square rectangular prism on it that saves up energy when they brake, and then you can get a little boost on the hills. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Hey, here's an optimistic story I like more. This is the best story for me, and I've just not realized it. So the weird little lithium battery is wrong, but the man who started the company called Honda.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he started the company?
Mm-mm.
He put a little gas engine on his wife's. His wife used to have to ride 10 miles to the store and back once a week in order to get their weekly groceries. And he put a little gas engine on her bicycle. He somehow chained it up to the chain and thereby started the company called Honda.
Wow.
John Honda, whatever his name was.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Gas engine on his wife's bicycle because he was tired of her coming back all tired.
So why don't you do that?
That's that. God, dude, why don't I do that? Why don't I just fucking throw a lightning bolt onto the commercial scene?
I'll tell you what. You go on Amazon, I bet you can see like home convert bike to electric bike kit.
But why would you want the cheap one when you could get the fucking Honda real deal? You know, the man who built his whole business around the idea of chaining up a bicycle to a combustion engine.
I'm going to go back to what you originally said. You want to look like the guy from Akira. There's no doubt in my mind that you will not look anything like the guy from Akira riding a little Honda motorcycle around a man-made lake outside of Nashville, Tennessee. It will not happen. So if that's it,
come on. What if I get a red leather jacket? What if I get a red leather jacket?
I don't think that would make it better. Then people are going to be like, is this like a character he's doing? You know?
Is this guy high? Is he on drugs? What the hell's going on? All right. You're right. When you're right, Luke.
There you go. Now, Bowmore, have I solved your problem?
Problem solved. Let me put the emote in chat. I'm going to get the emote in chat as soon as I get back to it.
All right. Take care, Bowmore. Thank you for calling in.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
You as well. That's how it's done, folks. Put it on the board. I might just. Oh, that's. I've also. Thank you, Tanner, for writing. I might just. This is sort of a new, sort of turn of phrase that I'm trying to get going. I might. No, not I might just. I may just. Like, I may just. Oh, Luke, Luke, do you think you're gonna turn up this weekend? I may just. Oh, Luke, do you think you're gonna tip this waiter? I may just. I may just. I may just. I may just know that's right. I may just. So we'll get started on the I may just emote yesterday. We'll get started on the emote yesterday. I may just. I may just. I may just. Thank you, Bowmore, for calling in, my friend. What a delightful call that was. Great to talk to you. It's also nice, I'll say. I've gotten so used to talking with the guest, and then you're learning who there's two introductions going on. You are meeting the guest is meeting you. And there's a third introduction. I'm meeting whatever this dynamic is, and I find that out in real time, and then I have to, figure it out. So it's nice kind of to talk one-on-one, regular call-in show. I'm coming off, I saw the master Tom Sharpling do it tonight, and I said, I had to do it to him too. But I'm not going to make fun of you for liking the wrong rock and roll music or whatever Tom does on there. I don't know. Tanner, Tom Sharpling tonight said, he said, he asked what my favorite restaurant is. And Sarah's like, his favorite restaurant is Taco Bell. And he said, you excited for the new Cheez-It menu? And I said, yeah, I really like it. And he said, you look like a walking Cheez-It. And it really cut me to my core in a way I wasn't expecting. Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite restaurant? And Tom said, I bet it's Taco Bell, without you saying Taco
Right, and then it was. Wait, hold on. I think that we're getting a call on Google Voice, but I need you to call the number on the screen. Call the number on the screen. 202-933-1614, because the way we've routed it. But I think that you called in the other one. I felt like a cheese it in that moment. I made him laugh though. Last time I went on, I was a little too nervous and I cursed too much. This time, yeah, I think he doesn't curse on the show because the WFMU days you weren't allowed to curse on the radio. But tonight, all right, I'll say it. Luke and Sarah brought the fucking fire on that show. Yeah, you were watching. Thanks, Tanner. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really? Well, that's really great. That's really great. That's really great. People saying the word Luke. I got off, and Brett Davis said, a lot of people thought you were Anthony Fantano, man. And I said, yeah, I gotten that one before, you know? He's kind of, like, built, though, right? He's kind of built. I think that I'm going to get fucking... Cricket said I look strong, dude. I think I'm gonna get. This is the summer where I get really fucking built, honestly, like Mr. Beast. Because how am I gonna kill Mr. Beast if he's stronger than me, folks? Speak on it. Speak on it. Wait 1 sec. Let me make sure. Why am I texting Katie right now? My arms could be smaller. Look at this, dude. I mean, I'm starting to get a little muscle here. The gym is paying off, man. The gym is paying off. He was at the airport last major holiday. He was at the airport. Mr. Beast? Probably. I think most Americans were, as they were traveling home to see their loved ones wherever they're from. I don't know if I'm going to do that this year. I might fucking chill on it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Folks, today... One more time, we're doing the advice stream. If you need advice about anything at all, this is your time. How many push-ups can I do? Same answer as it was yesterday. None of your fucking business. Because as soon as someone knows how many push-ups you can do, they know how strong, they can start piecing together how strong you are. And this is a piece of advice. This one's for free. Never, ever let someone know how strong you are or how physically capable you are. Because then they have an idea as if they could kill you or not. And as long as they don't know how strong you are, they don't know if they could kill you. Even if they have a gun and you have nothing. Because if you're strong enough, A, you can flex out the bullet, you can deflect it. B, you might be able to do some sort of trick with your hands and the gun. That's why I'll never post a video of me lifting at the gym. I'll never post a video of me doing parkour. And maybe I can. I mean, there might be a whole world where I'm extremely good at parkour, but there's no way you would know. All right, we got a call coming in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Hey, this is Robbie from Houston.
Robbie, great to hear from you. Long time, right?
Wow, it's true.
Tanner,
it's nice to be back in the saddle.
I know. I can't believe it. After all this time, here we are. I mean,
I know, and you've got all these fucked up new viewers who are so mentally unwell.
Right.
There was never any program there to solve their problems.
It used to be just you were the mentally unwell guy.
No, but in comparison, I'm much more stable. And
You're stable, right? I forgot that you are stable. I did forget that, Robbie. Well, Robbie, how does this fine night? It's a beautiful summer night. It's June. We're in summer, folks. Robbie, do you agree?
Yeah, it sucks. I never want to go outside.
Yeah, I got to imagine that Houston heat is beating down on you mighty powerful.
Brother, you have no idea.
Yeah. Dry heat, though. Dry heat or humid?
No, it's extremely humid. It's always like
oh, really?
wet.
I do not miss the humid
Yeah, it's
summers,
horrible.
man. Right, that's what you're sort of used to down in the bayou. I mean, DC's the same way. I don't miss humidity at all, man. Because here's what I'll tell you, Robbie. Listen up, chat. Listen up. Oh, it's 95 degrees outside. Guess what? Oh, Luke's doing the outside stream. It's so hot. Minute the sun goes behind the house behind me, I literally feel amazing. I feel perfect. It's fine. Bye.
And you didn't burn at all.
I didn't burn at all. In fact, I got tan, dude. I literally got a tan.
Wow.
Look at that.
You
Look
look
at that. You see the
incredible.
mark? See that? Boom.
No.
No, you can see it. No, you can see it. You see the tan line. There it is. There it is. Speak on that. Now, Robbie.
I felt tanner earlier.
You saw Tanner earlier. All right. Well, now, Robbie,
Yeah.
calling in tonight. We're doing the advice stream. Is there any problems in this crazy-ass world that you need some help with tonight, my friend?
I was trying to think of how I could get my my dad, who's terrified of flying, into a plane. What if I could create a scenario where it would just the need to go on a plane would be so overwhelming that he couldn't avoid it.
And is there a need, or is this just a selfish want of yours to get him in a plane?
No, I would say he honestly needs it. Like he travels on the road like the majority of the year, and he could. I mean, he claims to like the feel of driving or whatever.
Right.
But I know in his heart he's terrified.
That's what every
he's
guy
on the
who's
road,
terrified
like,
of flying says. Oh, I actually like driving 12 hours to go to Florida. I think it's awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's on the road like probably like 3/5 of the year. It's completely unnecessary.
Right.
I feel like I don't know, like he's wasting his life.
Right. But maybe he's listening to some awesome podcasts or radio hosts in there.
He is listening to awesome podcasts. He's listening to lots of new metal, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, now I mean, here's what springs to mind. You said, how do you get him on a plane? Does he have any family that he has to fly to see?
No. He'll drive no matter how far it is.
Even though
There's nobody like.
I mean, what if he had to go to jolly old England? Would he just put his car on one of those damn boats and be in the fucking water for 6 weeks?
That's the thing. I feel like we have to create some sort of scenario outside of the country that we have to fly to.
Is there any is there any place in the world that has enough significance to him that if you said, Dad, I have a ticket for you, we're leaving then, we're going, and he will want to go there more than he is scared to get on a plane?
That's a really good point. He's adopted and is very angry at the idea that he would ever learn more about his heritage, so I don't know if we could push back into his ancestry to find ancestral home or something like that. But if
maybe he could find his
the members of,
adopted families.
That would torture him. He would hate it. I don't know what it is about him.
Interesting.
He has a whole thing about being adopted that he never got over.
Interesting. Yeah, that happens to guys. Does he want to be a hero?
Does he want to be a hero? I think he'd like to be a hero.
Plane's a great place to be a hero. A lot of crazy shit happens on planes. You know, you got 9/11's the big one, obviously, that comes to mind. But, a lot of times there's medical emergencies on planes, or, a lot of people will have crises of faith and they need the help of a religious man. I think maybe if you could say Dad, I know something. You say, Dad, I know some shit's about to go down on this plane and you're the only one that can stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I got on a plane, it was just guys who looked like they could never take down a terrorist. They were so scrawny.
Right.
They didn't have, your sort of tenaciousness.
Do you think your dad could? I mean, if it really came down to it, could he Mark Wahlberg but actually do it?
Could he? I don't know.
Is he strong?
Yeah, he does work out a lot. I think a lot of it's cardio.
Interesting.
He could wear down the terrorist. I don't know. I don't know.
Now, this is a good one. Bomar's asking, are there any modern new metal acts, or is he listening to throwback early 2000s new metal?
He's mostly listening to, I would say it's like, yeah, it's mostly older shit, but then there's also like local metal bands from around Texas that I'm guessing he found out at live shows who I would put in the new metal category.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back, Maltar Ben. 6 months. Thank you for being here. What's unfortunate is you got to imagine a lot of those also new metal bands they're probably based out of like Michigan, right? I mean, that seems like that's sort of the heart of that kind of music. Michigan and Ohio, right?
Right. Like you got, the whole like sort of Midwest, I think, is like breeds that kind of like stupid anger that turns you into a new metal guy.
And obviously there's something like in the water or something up there. It's like how there's a lot of serial killers in LA in the 60s because all the lead in the air. So clearly, I don't know if it was testing or what was happening, but something was going on in the Midwest that made all these guys make this strange music.
Yeah, it's confounding.
Now, I mean, does he okay, get away from his, doesn't he want to go to like, does he want to see, I don't know. I mean, is there any country he wants to visit? You know, like, does he want to see? Oh, I want to see the Great Wall of China. Oh, I want to see Putin riding the freaking horse. You know what I mean? Or the hanging out with the bear. Like, is there? I mean, he has no curiosity about the outside world and getting a taste of what other cultures are like. No.
By no means. He's very much a America first kind of dumbass.
Well, you buy him a plane ticket then, and you trick him, and then you get him in the car, and you say, we're going on a trip, blah, 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 I'll drive. Show up at the airport, and you say, Dad, we're getting on, and if you don't go, I got to imagine your dad doesn't like wasting money. Does he?
It's true. It's true, but I think he would still, that would not deter him.
If you say, Dad, we're flying first class. You're going to Disney World. You think he'd still say no? And you're going to meet Mickey. You're going to meet Goofy. You're going to meet Donald. You're going to meet Daisy.
I'm remembering now back in the days of Chat Havers when I would sort of just like let you win to get you at the proper number of problem solved.
Right. Listen, man, I'm sort of remembering this too. Is that often, Robbie, your problems are hard to find, or hard to solve, rather.
I guess so. A lot of it was just me sort of setting up with very sort of basic scenarios that you could rip on.
Right. Yeah. Which I appreciate.
Yeah, I wanted to be a good audience member.
Okay. Okay, dude. So you're saying that you're actually helping me, calling in, and every time I suggest something, you say, "Nah, he wouldn't really like that." That's helping the show.
No. Now I'm realizing what a terrible audience member I've been. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, at a certain point, I mean, if you really want to be a good audience member, say, "Oh, Luke, I never thought of it like that." Well, nice job,
No, you really opened my eyes in ways I didn't like. You know who I liked back in the Chat Havers days was Izzy the Witch.
Izzy the Witch. What happened to her, man?
I don't know. Her bit. She
did she have a bit?
She got attention for no, not really. But she didn't at first, but then we liked what she did so much that she started playing into it and it ruined it.
Right. Yeah.
She called in one time and said that she was studying to be a lawyer, and she wanted to be an environmental lawyer, but she wanted to be the one protecting the oil company.
Right. But
I thought it was
serious?
so funny. That was serious.
Yeah.
And then she sort of played into her whole villain role in every subsequent call, and it was not as fun.
That's right. It's like really a trip down memory lane tonight, isn't it, Robbie?
Truly. Those were better days.
Those were better days. You don't like the current incarnation? Well, You know what? You know what? Just like when we went from Bush to Obama, the times they are changing, my man.
Yeah, that's true.
The times they are changing. So your dad is adopted, so he's not even related to the Spice people by blood?
Yeah, and I think that's sort of the biggest shame of why he can never look into his history, because it would make it more real. It would make it,
Right, because he really likes that shit, right?
He really does love being a part of that Spice clan.
Right, he loves, but then it's like he knows that he's not like he knows he's not like, if you don't know about this, Robbie, I'm going to, probably a lot of people don't know this. Robbie is related. Now, Tanner is scrolling up in the chat.
Does
Right.
Tanner know he's doing the Naruto run every time?
Huh? Right, you're not ducking low enough at all. Yeah. You're not ducking enough. Now, Robbie, you're Robbie is Spice royalty, but that means you're not related to them, actually.
No, it's true. Somebody who's blood related could totally pull rank on me at any moment.
It's sort of like in Game of Thrones when the guy who gets his wiener cut off isn't really a Stark.
I never watched it. It seemed too scary.
It's too scary.
Seemed like it. I never watched it.
Fair enough. All right, Robbie. Well, did we solve your problem tonight?
Yes. I feel confident that I can go into the world problem solved.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll put that one on the board. Thank you, Robbie, for calling in. Always a joy to talk to you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night.
Man. Hey, thanks.
Take
Bye.
care. One second, I need to text Katie. I don't think so. I know you need to text. When are you going to give up completely and just razor shave it? Pretty soon, my man. Pretty soon. But I'm kind of thinking I might go for the old, I want this. I want this. I want the, like, sort of like the professor's look. Who's my favorite painter? Akira Toriyama. He's my favorite painter. He's my favorite painter. You know, like I'm at that weird part where it's like this is like kind of nothing, you know? But we got to get rid of this, you know? Once this is gone, we can start rocking it. The little penis is really part of me. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm still rocking a thing. Tanner, will you do me one favor? Would you go into my house and get me my computer charger? Is that okay? It should be next to my bed. If there isn't, you can get the black Steam Deck charger that will also work, and that's behind the couch in the living room. And see if Piggy will come. But I don't know if she will. I mean, this is the classic male receding hairline. But I've been sort of slowly losing it. You know, it's funny. You look back. This is sort of a Luke problem. You look back, and you see these pictures of yourself. You think, I look so bald. And then you see yourself now, and you're like, well, now I really look bald, you know? But back then, you didn't seem so bald. You know what I'm saying? You didn't realize how bald you were. You can't ask a friend to check next to your bed. You can fucking ask an employee to do whatever the fuck you want because you're paying them $20 an hour. Oh, caller, welcome to the show. What's your name and what are you calling about?
This is you've got Creme de la Creme on the line right now.
Creme, welcome.
I had this exact same thought. Thanks so much, Luke Taylor. Luke Salmon Taylor.
Luke Solomon Taylor, that's right.
And Luke King Solomon Taylor. Earlier today, I had this exact same conversation with someone where I was like telling them, I was like, I can't tell if my hairline's receding because I'm reaching damn near close to 30 years old, or if I've always just had a big ass head with a crazy hairline. and then I'll go back and look at pictures of me from when I'm 13, and I have like a full-on widow's peak when I'm like 13. And I'm like, oh, I guess this is just how my head has always been. So
Now, is that
You know,
better,
that makes
though?
me
I mean,
think
that's the
so.
question, because I
no, hell no.
yeah, but okay, all right, let me
I
tell you
don't
the
know.
alternative. Beautiful long flowing locks, beautiful hair, always good looking head of hair on this guy. 18, hit 18, first week of college, hair starts falling out. I mean, if that's not and you're saying I'm
yeah,
trying to get
crazy.
freaking pussy, I'm not saying I said that. That's rude, but like you're there the first week of
If
college.
if that were to happen to someone,
Some people are thinking this stuff. It's the first week of college, and we know what happens in college. We've seen the videos. Your hair starts falling out. You go, guys, you know.
is this freaking? Are you guys seeing this? Is this
Right.
normal?
So,
Yeah,
so
that's-
I ask
you're-
you, what's
you're going
better,
through
to
a lot,
have sort of a shitty hairline your whole life, or to have a good hairline and then to lose it? You tell me. Hello? Krem? Dude, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear Krem? I don't think you can. No, I don't think you can. Or you'd be saying yes, yes, yes. All right, Krem, I'm going to hang up, and if you want to call back, you can, but I lost your audio, and I don't think it's me, because Tanner's not here to fuck anything up. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn on I want to make sure the chat's on the screen, because I know someone mentioned that earlier. So my wings and I used to fly. Let's see, where's the damn text box? Sound alerts, audio wavelength, desktop capture, browser, twitch.tv, browser. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like we're the same level of Bald Robbie. Is that right? 18. Okay. Why isn't 18 showing up? 18. 18. That's right. We got 18. Huh. All right. Reset. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can't pan Y. Now that's interesting. I can't pan Y. There we go. I'm just fixing this thing. Can't pan Y. Why? All right, there we go. You'll never feel old on Twitch because Germa is 3 days older than you. All right, we got calls coming in. Hello, Krem.
Oh God, I hope you can hear me. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you this time, man. I'm not sure what happened, but what's going on?
I think it's probably my audio settings are all fucked up. I've got all my inputs are all fucked. I've got about 9 fucking things plugged into my laptop here, and Lord knows half of them work half the time. So that's on me.
Hey, it's all good, man. I mean, this shit happened. I mean, this crazy internet stuff. You know, I do this crap professionally, and sometimes I don't even know how the hell it all works. You know.
And you got a second fucking guy there, and he barely even knows what's going on.
And he
so
barely knows.
I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
Not to shit on. Sorry, Tanner, you're doing a great job, and I.
No,
really
you got
respect what you're doing.
the dynamic has to be. I mean to Tanner, but you guys are like, if you hurt Tanner, I'll come to your house and shoot you in the head, execution style.
Yeah, you're like a real mama bear style situation. Where
Exactly.
You're like, my cub is my. Don't fucking talk about him.
Don't talk about Tanner. We're talking about hairlines.
I'm sorry if my. Oh yeah. I'm sorry if my audio settings fuck up again soon. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But if
man.
Just preemptively, I'm just gonna apologize. Hairlines or whatever. I honestly, like, do you ever get like bullied about stuff when you're a kid, and you're like, damn, that's a crazy thing to say to like a 12-year-old, and then when you're an adult, you're like, I don't really care about that, but then you do remember that someone did say that to you, and you're like, what the fuck? And that like almost shaped how you think about yourself, but not in a way that if you are secure in yourself, you're like, that really could have fucked me up, you know?
Right. I remember one time I was in a boys' locker room and a kid looked at my penis and said, damn, why is your dick so small? And it really stuck with me, man.
Dude, don't say that.
No, it's fine, because I'll tell you what, I'm not worried about that now. I'm a grower, not a shower. I know that I'm not packing heat flaccid, dude. I know that.
Did that actually happen to you?
That literally
Did
happened.
That actually happened to you?
It literally happened to me, and I thought it took me.
That's insane.
And here's, well, I kind of had a good comeback. And then I said, why are you looking? And then I called him.
I'm sure you did, dude.
Yeah. No, I did. I went hard on him. I said, why are you looking, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? And I really did show him what's what.
You love my micro penis, dude?
Well, no, I didn't say that. Yes, exactly. Why are you looking is the correct answer. But, it stuck with me, man. It stuck with me for a long time. I mean, how could it not?
But so, doubling back to hairline, when I think about whether I'm balding now, I think about how my demonic older brother, when I was a kid, was like, damn, you got a crazy hairline when I was like 14. And I was like, what the fuck? No, I don't. And then now that I'm older, I'm like, do I? And it's like, I'm sure, gun to his head, he wouldn't even remember if he even said that to me. But I mean, it's just dug its way in my brain.
Do you think, gun to his head, that kid would remember that he said that to me about my dick?
Hell no. He doesn't even fucking. He's like, he doesn't even remember that it lived or died. He doesn't.
Well, he's gonna remember when I show up at his fucking house and I settle the score.
And that man's name, Mr. Beast.
Yup.
But are you Luke? Are you ready to solve my actual big ass problem?
I really am, crap. I really am.
Okay, man.
What do you got?
I mean, I hope you're ready for the heat. I'm bringing the heat.
Bring the heat, man.
You're not gonna. Okay. I love beer so much, dude.
Beer.
Like, I'm drinking 6 to 9 beers a night. And that's not good because I'm not doing that to get drunk. I'm not doing that because I need a sweet release for my life. I just love beer, and when I get home from work, and I live alone, I live in an area where I don't know a lot of people or whatever. Basically, my problem is that I'm going to be moving to a place soon where I'm going to be cohabitating with someone who doesn't drink 6 to 9 beers a night, and that's going to be a problem for me. Where I'm like, now I'm going to have to confront the fact that other people are going to have to witness my shame.
Well, can I interrogate this 6 to 9 beers a night a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I called in.
Right. So, okay, because, I've heard a lot of people throughout my life say, I don't even like getting drunk. I just like drinking 6 to 9 beers. But
okay,
it's fine to it. Listen, no, but I mean this. I'll tell you why I love fucking beers, because it makes me feel good, right? I mean, I also like the taste, sure.
Yeah,
but when I drink them, I'm reminded of how it makes me feel, and that makes them taste good. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying there's literally nothing wrong with that. Like you know what, you putting that to bed. Is there anything wrong with that? I'm curious. Do you agree with me?
I agree with you, but I really hope to God that I'm not like subconsciously couching my explanation of it in my repressed shame of the situation. Does that make sense?
Well, here's the real question, as Surplus Value Theory said, if you switch to all non-alcoholic beers tomorrow, would you still be drinking 6 to 9 beers a night?
Absolutely.
Legitimately, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, but I'm just not. But it's just weird. I mean, it's not weird. No. It would just be it would have to be a conscious change of I'm gonna have to go to a different aisle of the store, and I'm gonna have to really like make a decision whatsoever, which is just something that I've not had to do before.
You wouldn't have to go to a different aisle of the store. The non-alcoholic beers are usually right next to the regular beers, so already we're throwing that logic out.
it would be a really small decision where like
Right.
now when I drink 6 to 9 beers, it's normal. But
You
when
get
I don't
confused.
do that, I do something
You
else.
get confused because you'd be like, wait a
Gotta
minute.
get lost.
Which one's
Go, where
got
the
the
hell am I?
0 and which one's got 4.7? That's what's keeping you. Anything else? It's just that. It's like, oh God, I wish I didn't have to drink 6 to 9 beers a night, but I simply cannot be bothered to look 2 feet away from me.
Yeah. And Bone Wars really hit on something here too, is that for the first time in my white boy ass life, my metabolism's kind of slowing down a little bit, and I'm getting a little bit of a belly.
Listen, I mean that's why I slowed down drinking, dude. I mean, listen, you know what? I spent most of my 20s hanging out in bars doing open mics. Like let's just say I know my way around the old tap room. But I hit 30, and also my hangover started getting so bad. It literally what switched for me literally was the hangovers got so bad that I would wake up and go, it actually was not worth it. And that was the switch. Because all through my life, it would be like, it was worth it, right? It's like, I'm drinking, I'm having a good time, I'm waking up, I feel like shit, but it was worth it.
Well, for me, I think that I've so I had my brother's old ID when I was like 17 or 18, so I've been going to bars since I was like literally a teenager, and like, not like, even then I was like the least addict of my entire extended family, which really reaffirmed for me like, I'm not getting shit-faced all the time. I'm just doing this for fun or whatever. Whereas like everyone else that I know who does this kind of behavior is like destroying their lives on purpose. Or whatever.
Right, but that's
for me. It was like.
But that's the trick, okay? Because I come from a similar background, and that's a really great way to drink a lot of beers, is to go.
Pretty fine line we're treading there.
Well, at least I still have my fucking driver's license. Dad lost that years ago. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you start doing that stuff, there's always going to be someone drinking more beers than you. You know what I'm saying? And welcome in, Raiders from Crucified Scoop.
Yeah,
we're doing fucking advice tonight. For once, we're taking this shit seriously. You know what I'm saying?
For once in our, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Fuck.
But let's get back to it.
I definitely.
The problem here is that you're worried about is not in the 6-9 beers. You're worried about what your roommate is gonna think.
Yeah, because they're gonna be like, "That's a lot," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, it is."
Right.
And I'm gonna have to confront whether I'm gonna have to make a decision. Whereas when you live alone and you've been doing this basically since COVID, when you were 24 or 25 years old, and it wasn't a big problem because who cares? Because COVID's crazy and everything's just kind of crazy right now, you know?
Yeah. Well, I've got the solution, Kreb, if you want to hear it.
Absolutely.
1 big ass beer, so there's only 1 bottle in the trash every day instead of 9.
Yep.
I'm saying.
I've only had 2 or 3.
And that's legit the thing. It's like, okay, my roommate drinks 6 to 9 beer cans. Someone comes over, beer cans fucking full to the brim, right? They come over, they say, oh, there's one nice ass. Oh, he's drinking delirium tonight. He's got the big ass, the elephants on it. I mean, if that's the issue, if you said to me and you're saying the issue is not the 6-9 beers, the answer is bigger beers. That's the issue, bro. That's the solution.
Because last serious thing I'll say about it is that it does help me not have to worry about whether I'm going to be able to fall asleep that night in time to be able to wake up for work the next morning or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Or like, whether I'm going to, it's just so easy to be like, oh, I'm home from work at 5 or 6 p.m. Let me just turn off my brain, turn on the computer and drink a bunch of beers. Not because I'm going crazy or whatever, just because I'm trying to relax. And then it's like all of a sudden that's just every night. And it's like, well, that's not healthy or sustainable or like explainable to anybody.
But do you think also just being in a new situation where there's maybe more people around too, you'll just naturally drink less? Because I also feel like I'm very much a product of my surroundings, and that like left to my own devices, I do that. Yeah. But then like literally moving in with Katie, it's like, okay, well, like not even because I was like, I have to get my drinking under control, but like because it's like she doesn't drink that much, and then you naturally just drink less if you're around someone that drinks less.
Yeah. I think that Joe Ocean has hit on something here, which is that I do have pretty bad ADHD, and it's just a lot fucking easier to chill out when I got a beer in my hand.
Right.
But I think that that is not as steep of a mountain to have to climb of like what when I live with someone else, how do I self-medicate with alcohol or whatever. It's like once you
Right.
live with someone else and you just have to confront like, oh, they don't do that because they're normal, and it's like, well, how do I be normal? And then,
Right.
and then
right.
it's like a pretty easy line from there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you still want to drink them, just drink the big ones. I mean, I think that's a legit.
Just drink a 32 ounce of Miller High Life, and then
Right.
maybe like a seltzer after.
If you're drinking one, and then they look and they're recycling, and they're like, well, there's only 2 things here. I mean, how much could it be? And if they don't drink a lot, they probably don't
There's
know.
only 1 or 2 things.
Yeah.
Because they're dorks. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can
I mean,
trick
hell,
them.
shit.
You can trick them. But if you do want
You can
to,
trick people who don't really do
actually
it.
slow down, I mean, yeah, you could probably, it's probably better to drink like 3 or 4 at night than 6 to 9. I mean, that's probably the real shit.
Yeah. I'm basically where I'm at is, do I trick myself into drinking as much volume wise with a different thing, or do I like limit myself intake wise overall and just like be like, hey man, don't drink.
Can I be honest?
Uh-huh.
True honest, like honest advice is take a month off drinking, but don't do it like I have to do it, and don't be like, if I drink 1 beer, I'm gonna fucking die. But set the intention and see how you feel at the end of the
that's
month.
the thing.
Yeah,
that's like having to decide how serious you are about it. I think is a big
yeah,
thing of like, I don't know, where, because like, hey, if it's been a couple days and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Well, then it's like, well, hey, that says something about you.
Yeah.
But also it's like, if you do feel that, don't be like, well, I'm gonna freak out because I really told myself I couldn't.
yes. Because I know, because I do this shit all the time, which is like, if you set expectations that you'll break, you're just gonna get mad and then go the other direction. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I had a friend who did like dry January recently, and I was like, damn, I don't know if I could do dry January. That's like really difficult. And it's like, well, I think probably one of the things is that telling myself I can't do this for a month would just like make me go psycho, and I would just do it day one and be like, well, then what? I don't know.
Right. And then, but if you look at it, you're like, I just want to see how I feel. I'm literally looking at, like, you damn Bill Nye in the fucking lab saying, I'm doing an experiment, and we're saying, what if Krem doesn't drink 6 to 9 beers a night? How's that going to feel? And you look at it that way, and you're getting data. Well, then it's just a fun science experiment for the fair at school, isn't it, Krem?
That's the scientific method, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I always say.
Yeah, I may just.
I don't like that. Stop that. Don't say that.
All right. Well, thank you for
Where'd
calling
that come
in.
from?
Thank you for calling in, Krem. Appreciate you.
Later,
Take
dog.
care. I may just. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're joking around, but we're actually doing some kind of earnest advice stream tonight. How cool is that? That's a cool new character. How cool is that? Who? Tanner on his phone. First time he's looked up in 10 minutes was to give me a side eye for doing that voice. All right, we got a call coming in. I love American Dad. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name? What are you calling about?
Well, back to you, Luke, and back to you, Tanner. It is your old pal, friend of the show, friend of the chat,
Yes.
friend of Alan Resnick, friend of Robbie Ratcliffe.
Now, wait, Scott,
friend of course of you, Luke.
Scott. I legitimately need to pee. Do you mind if I pee while you do this?
You can absolutely go
Incredible.
pee while I do this,
Incredible. Take it away, Scott. I'm gonna pee. Hit him with the friends.
Luke. And of course, friend of you, Luke Taylor, friend of your cat Kirby, friend of Tom Fells, friend of Mitch Anderson, friend of Cricket and Ben, but possibly not Ben. Friend of Wyatt, friend of Ricky Peacock, who is also streaming right now. Friend of Robbie's cousin Kyle. Friend of Maddie Connors, not to be confused with Kate O'Connor. Friend of Derek and Drill, who I'm happy to say will be on EGI 2 this week, I believe tomorrow. Friend of Hayden. Friend of Joe Rimroll, friend of Brooke Mundy, friend of David Brown, friend of Stephen Kicks, friend of Jesse Morner-Ritt, friend of Megan Coaster, friend of Futuro 2000, friend of Henry Chalfont, New friend of Tanner. Back to you, Tanner. Friend of Colin Baker and friend of Tim. And now I guess back to you, chat. And back to you. Yes, the debate is still out on Ben, but I believe deep down Ben is a friend. And of course, back to you, Vertical Mammal. Yes, actually back to you, Vertical Mammal. Big news to you. I don't know if you saw this, but somewhere on the highways of Seattle, everybody went out and did tributes to Grad, and somewhere out there your way is a whole Wonderland smashed full of Grad tributes that I think you would enjoy.
Scott.
And back to you, Luke.
Back to you. How'd it go?
Back to you, Luke. I do believe that a lot of people enjoyed the list.
Yep.
And the verdict is still out on Ben, but the good news is that we have, you're here and you're my friend. Tanner's here and Tanner's my friend, and the
true.
chat's here and the chat is all my friends. So
Yep.
It's a good evening.
Well, that's incredible. And I'm really happy to hear that, Scott. And it's great to have you online. Now, Scott, do you know what we're doing tonight? It's a little bit different.
Well, I do have, and I saw this a little serious, and I actually debated if I should bring the list into something like this. But I know that the past few times that I have been here, more than a few people were a little disappointed that the whole list didn't get read. So I thought I'll take a chance, and it worked out. I would like to say, back to you, Krem. I agree with what you and Luke said. I don't think if you can't beat yourself up about things because that certainly won't help.
No.
Just like somebody beating you up or preaching to you about the things that maybe they would want you to stop wouldn't help you stop.
That's
So
right.
I think I think we could all give you any advice that we would deem fit and necessary to give you, but I think that the honest thing is that you need to look deep inside yourself and say, is this a problem? Do I believe that this is a problem with myself that I want to solve, or do I just want to appease somebody that I may be a roommate with? And if that's the case, then I'd say maybe you question the roommate aspect,
right?
Because maybe that's the problem.
Sorry, I just need to address this. Maltar Ben said you mixed that up. It can feel good to beat yourself off, not beat yourself up. You mixed that up. Now, Scott,
this is true.
That's the truth. And Scott, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate, and I want you to know the list is serious business to me as well. I want you to know that. And I appreciate your words.
Thank you. Back to you, Luke. I appreciate that.
Scott, you're a man. You're a wise man. You're a wise man in all my estimation. But I want to ask you, Scott, after giving that great advice, do you have any problems of your own?
Oh, Luke, I have. I'm human, so I have a multitude of problems. I could very much relate to Krem, except just remove the alcohol and replace it with marijuana. I'm a cannabis fiend, Luke, man. I'm a cannabis fiend. It started off as a young lad for fun, and now it's become my crutch. And now it's you wake up, it's time to smoke some weed, and we're gonna go do something. Well, let's smoke some weed first. So that's certainly probably one of my biggest problems, I would say. But at the same time, I struggle with that. I don't want to give it up because it is my crutch. It is my way I kind of deal with depression. If I keep myself busy, and I'm smoking weed, it's not a problem. But if I'm just kind of
Right.
lounging around the house, well then I'm taking naps and I'm not getting anything done.
Right.
I'm calling into Twitch shows and making lists.
Well, okay,
Which,
hold on.
I mean,
hold
one
on.
would argue
that's
that's
important.
a
That's getting
positive
something
thing.
done. You know that. You doing the
That-
list
that
is
is getting something
That's
done.
the most important thing you probably do all day, in my estimation, at least for my show.
I do agree, and and that's also I guess another piece of advice maybe that I could look for is where do I go from here? Where do I take this list? It seems like some of the people like me. I've never put thought into looking for bits or bytes. I don't think I ever would. I don't. I just kind of enjoy talking to you all, and the list has become a wonderful part of all of our lives. I feel like it touches a lot of people, and just what could I do to improve the experience for people, and where does it go from here, and how would one day would say the likes of someone like I make it to an EGI 2 or a Luke man and maybe take it a little further.
Well, I think the answer is very simple. How do we? The question is really how do we make the list bigger? And how do we do it? Is you got to find more call-in shows to add, because that's the thing. I mean, me and EGI are drip feeding you new members of the list. I've slowed down the number of guests I have. They only do it once a week. You got to be going outside these bubbles to find new people for the list, new friends to add to the list, new shows to call in, new shows to find. You know what I mean? And then you come back to us and we go, wait a minute, who's that? And then you've started a whole community, is what I'm seeing. Because you're like the board on the crazy guy in the crazy guy's house where you're putting all the pieces of string together to put the connections together. That's kind of what you can be for call-in shows.
Yeah, so and I think this is a good idea. I reach out to more, which I do try to whenever I'm whenever like streams like yours or EGI and we raid another place. The first thing I always ask is this similar to when EGI 2 rated you for the first time when I was in the stream? I said, is this a call-in stream?
Right.
And to which you said yes, and here we are.
And here we are. Months later.
So I do agree that this could turn into a sort of a Pepe Sylvia situation. Where,
I thought that guy was a Nazi, the Pepes.
Well, I was referring. I didn't know that was a real person, but I was referring to the Sonny. But maybe you pulled one over on me there.
I don't know. I just the Pepes. You know what I mean? The Pepe frog.
Luke, I don't know if it's the background or if Tanner was doing some cool trickery there, but you were like pointing at the camera, and it almost looked like it was kind of zooming in on you when you did that. And if Tanner didn't do that, if he would do that,
Tanner's on his phone. And I'll tell you what. Here's the question. Here's the other thing. So I got a question for you, Scott. Maybe you can help me answer this mystery. Where the fuck did Tanner get apple juice? He said he got hiccups from drinking too much apple juice too fast. Where the fuck did you? He's got 3 apple juice
back
boxes
to you, Luke.
over there.
I have not a clue, because if it's one thing I've come to learn from watching your streams, it's probably only dew and possibly water in that household, and beer.
You gotta cool it, dude. Once we start throwing stuff, you gotta cool it.
There's apple juice boxes flying. It's not apple juice box flying is not polite and not taken as kindly as say like a can of mixed nuts with snakes hidden in it.
I don't think adults should drink apple juice, Scott. What do you think? Especially not from boxes.
back to you, Luke.
Wasn't in the fridge.
I'm
It's from the
a
stream.
believer in free choice. So as much as I would hate to disagree with a friend, I'm gonna have to side with Tanner and say that Tanner should drink what Tanner likes.
From concentrate though, with added ingredients.
Well, no,
This
not
motherfucker ain't even drinking
Tanner.
apple juice.
Back
You're
to you,
drinking
Tanner.
added ingredients.
Back to you, Tanner. We got to do better than that, Tanner.
Gotta do
Back
better
to you.
than
You can't
We
be
can
going
do
around here
better.
drinking high fructose corn syrups and now if we had 100% apple, I'd be on your side. But now I'm back on Luke's side. Tanner's out of line, Bowmore. You're correct. Yes.
Yep.
Upgrade your juice. The chat's going off,
Upgrade your
Tanner. I don't know
juice.
if you can see this.
Upgrade your juice.
Upgrade. Now back to you, Luke, and back to you, Tanner. I have a question for you. Would you, if someone were to ask you, would you rather have the juice, or would you rather have the sauce?
I'd have the sauce because I want to be goated with it. Hey, I gotta tell you
And
guys something.
back to
Speaking of apple juice, hold on a sec. Do you know that dollar store I sent you to, Tanner? They have damn Martinelli's in the fridge of that dollar store. What the hell? How the hell did the dollar store get Martinelli's? It doesn't cost as much though as it might somewhere else.
Dollar store is balling out if they've got little glass bottles of Martinelli's, and then also begs the question of why didn't he get the Martinelli's if it's right there at the dollar store that you sent him to?
Yeah, you got it, man. Now Reese says, on April 16th, 2024, S. Martinelli and Company voluntarily recalled 24,000 cases of its gold medal apple juice due to elevated levels of inorganic arsenic. Yeah, I think I know how the dollar store's gonna. Oh, who are we gonna give this? Poor people. I mean, that's the way it always goes, my man.
Back to you. They're going to give it all to give it to all of us poor folk.
That's the way it goes, man.
Now back to you, Luke. I did want to point out, because the reason that I did ask you about the juice or the sauce, and I'm so happy that you chose the sauce, is because some people they say that they want the juice, but if you were to go and look in your fridge, even if there was some juice, it might be old, expired, you'd have to pitch it out, but it only lasts a few days, is what I'm getting at.
Scott, give me 1 second here.
If you
welcome in Raiders from Leslie Tanner. It's great to have you here. Another great advice man of the cloth, as it were. Maybe you'll remember this program back in the day, and well, I used to give the old advice myself. I'm getting back in the saddle, so they say. If you have some sort of fucked up problem that ails you, and you want a man with a little bit less hair than Leslie, coming at it from a different angle, well, this might be the show for you. Welcome in, Phil Z. Welcome in, Raiders. We're talking about juice. 92
Raiders. We're talking about juice. Only lasts a few days. But Luke, if you were to look in your fridge,
yeah,
I bet you there's a bottle of hot sauce that's just been sitting there for forever. Texas Pete, something like that. And my point is that the sauce lasts forever.
That's right.
And the juice is only temporary.
That's right. And someone said he looks like the guy in Mass Effect 2. Commander Shepard? Or am I feel like I'm pulling a blank here. Scott, have you played Mass Effect 2?
Back to you, Luke. I have not had the pleasure, although I did see a game today that I believe would possibly tickle my fancy, and maybe I may look into checking out. I believe it was called Elden Ring.
Yeah, Elden Ring.
Ricky put me down with that game today. Our good friend Ricky Peacock. He put me down with Elden Ring today. And back to Ricky.
Back to Ricky. Well, Scott, I do appreciate your call. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And I hope you find new places to place the list.
Back to you, Luke. I will make a promise to you that the list will expand. We will take this list as far as it will go. Maybe we'll have a list reunion show at one point. I love you as always, Tanner. Back to you. I love you, and chat. Of course, I love you all. You have a wonderful evening. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Luke, and thank you for doing what you do.
Well, thank you, Scott. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful to be here tonight. Waxing poetic on the beautiful airwaves of twitch.tv/the Luke Man. Phil Z said, Why'd you drop us here, Luke? Little do you know, chatter at home. Phil Z's ass. You know he paying for the highlighted chats with his hard-earned bits. I may just. We got a call coming in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. What's your name? What are you calling about?
Hi, my name's Cinematic. I was sent here.
Wonderful. Well, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Are you happy you were sent here? Are you feeling good about it?
I'm just still in a in between world.
Right.
I felt pretty happy when I saw the Galaxy thing, but you know what I mean? But I'm coming from Leslie, so we had a really heavy all of us did a session. So
Now I just like to say I'm immediately when people heard your voice, 5 different chatters said, "Oh God," and I'm just curious, caller, do you know why that is?
No, I don't know how they've ever heard me before. I don't. I have no idea why that would ever happen.
Are you lying?
And your name, sir? I'm not a liar.
You're not a liar. Okay,
Oh boy,
well,
I
see,
can't
people
tell you
seem
how
to
many
know you
times
by
I've said that.
Just from your voice. Just from your voice, they seem to know your name.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders from Libtron. Yes, that's right. We are live on the air tonight, solo stream, doing advice. We have a new caller who's never called in before that a lot of people are telling me to
never
hang up
called
on you,
into
caller.
space.
A lot of people are telling me this.
Okay, don't listen to them.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
A lot of people, I feel like they're copying my names too,
Right.
which I'd like to say I don't appreciate.
Right.
And also, I'm writing their names down in a notebook. I have a notebook.
A notebook?
And I'm writing it down. Notebook?
Oh, man, it's hot.
Notebook?
A notebook. Caller, do you need help with
Okay,
something?
excuse me.
Do you need help with something?
Where are you from that you don't have an accent?
I'm from the Mid-Atlantic, so I have the accent that people on TV had in the 50s.
See? They perfected that.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose.
Where are you from? You New Jersey?
Oh, close.
Are you?
Now, guess what?
What?
That's Pet. So I'm from Philadelphia.
Right.
But
Basically
my
New
family's
Jersey.
from okay, but they're from New York and of course Philadelphia.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
I was
then I
pretty
come
much
in
right.
and then we're from New Jersey as well.
I mean, I was pretty much
And
right.
I feel like you nailed it. Yeah. How'd you hide your accent so good?
I'm from Washington, D.C.
Namaste. Namaste, everybody.
All right. Well, Jen, this has been an
Okay.
absolute pleasure. I really, you know what?
Well, what do you do on the show? Why
well,
do we
I
even
usually
raid
do
you?
a call-in show where I have guests and stuff, but tonight I'm doing advice like your old pal Leslie. Is that okay with you, Jen?
How do you advice? Give me advice.
What do you need help with?
I'm creamy goodness. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, duh. I have severe anxiety and depression. My dad died, and some I had the most beautiful life, and all my stuff was lost, and through an abusive relationship, and I got arrested.
Okay.
And now I've forgotten what to feel happy is. I don't even know, my body doesn't know what the chemicals feel like anymore.
Right.
Is that too much for you to show?
Well, I mean,
Or do you know?
look at me. I mean, look at, like, if you're not watching the stream, look at me. Do I look like the kind of person that can handle something like that? Like, do you honestly think, like, true, I'm really asking you, if you look at me, do you think that I will be able to help you with these problems?
I mean, seriously, when I look at you,
Yeah.
I see like an overweight man sitting in a slouching.
Well, okay, all right.
You might look more
Overweight.
handsome. You know, you might look.
Listen,
wait,
hold
you
on,
might.
Jen, hold
Excuse
on.
me.
Overweight. Listen, I
I'm
put
not
on a few
done.
pounds. By the way, since my dad died, so nice going, Jen. I put on a few pounds, but I am not.
Okay, so that's what I did. I put on a lot of pounds. Okay.
I'm a little overweight. I'm 210 pounds. I'm not saying, yeah, I
Okay.
know. I should be 180,
All right.
Jen. I
I
agree
feel like
with
we're
you.
attacking each other right now. Okay, I feel like we're attacking each other right now.
No,
and
no,
I
no, no,
would-
no, 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 no.
I don't.
No, no, no. We're not
Oh.
attacking each other, Jen. You attacked
No,
me. You
come
said
on,
I'm
no,
looking
we're
at
not
an
done here,
overweight
man.
Unprompted.
And also, I'd like to say that I have the galaxy literally floating behind my phone right now with you as a little picture over there. And you know what? I'm not going to do this with you right now. Okay, we're not going to beat each other up. We're not going to
All
be.
right, Jen.
Actually, we might up there in space.
Jen, I think maybe
I don't think this is a show for me, man.
What?
I'm not done with Leslie's.
You're not done with Leslie's show?
I don't know, man. I feel like you're dumping me.
Well, you did just call me overweight and then sort of say, and then your response to that was saying I attacked you. I'm not, listen, I don't want to use therapy
Okay, I
talk
feel like
here,
I
but
feel like
that
I
kinda
want you to
sounds
attack
a little
me.
bit like gaslighting.
Can you tell me that I'm fat? Will it make it even?
I have
Because
no
I was
idea what
literally
you look like, Jen, so I'm
screaming
not
at you.
gonna
I
do
feel
that.
like you don't hear me.
I'm
I
not
feel like
gonna
you don't
do
hear
that.
my feelings. Because I was telling you, please tell me I'm fat.
No, I don't want
So
to
I
do
can
that.
let go and be
I don't
free.
want to do that.
And dump myself in the water like a whale.
All right.
And you won't do that for me.
Jen, it has been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. I'm wishing you well with the rest of your endeavors. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care.
All right. Namaste.
Namaste. Jen, everybody. Jen. You can't solve them all, can you, Tanner? She also didn't answer my question, folks. She also didn't answer my question. If you're having a shitty day, ice cream makes it go away. Ice cream makes it go away. I like talking. Jen, I want to be very clear. I like talking to you. All right, we got another call. They got another call coming in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name? What are you calling about?
Back to you, Luke. You know, I won't go through everything again, and I don't mean to be a double caller,
Scott,
but
I'll let it slide, Scott. I'm giving you a minute here.
That's all I need. I'm very confused. I believe like Ben was with me,
Right.
and I keep going back and forth if Jen should be on the list or if Jen should. You know, she was almost a shoo-in, but then she attacked you, and you know, and luckily I didn't pick up the pen yet. So the verdict is up to you, Luke.
To be honest,
do we compromise?
To be honest, I think the verdict is up to Jen. I don't know what Jen's name
This
is
is
on
true.
Twitch, but Jen, are you on Scott's list of friends? I mean, that really is the question, right? I mean, I can't answer this. You know?
That's the question. And if she'd sound off in the chat, just a yes or
We'll
a
see,
no,
you get yes or no.
and then we'll know.
All right. Well, Scott, thank you so much for calling back, and hopefully we'll get this figured out by the end of the show tonight.
Thank you very much, Luke. Goodbye.
Take care. Yes, that's right, folks. It's chat havers, but tonight it's advice givers. It's an advice show. where a 31-year-old man who rents, doesn't own property, receding hairline, glasses, overweight apparently. I like to think I like to think I wear it well. I like to think I wear it well. I think I got broad shoulders and I think I wear it well. Tanner, do you agree? Thank you, Tanner. Thank you, Tanner. I appreciate that. Yeah. It really spiced things up. Listen, I want anyone to call. You can call in here and call me whatever the fuck you want, but you know what? I would fuck you, Luke, but I am a straight man. Hey, listen. I don't need any compliments, okay? Okay? What I need you to say is I wear my weight well. I don't need compliments, but I need you to say to me, I need you to say, well, because look, I've been hitting the gym a little bit. And by the end of the summer, I'm going to call Jen off the air. I'm going to say, look at me now, motherfucker. Sorry. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that. Thank you. God, it's really nice when the chat comes in and says, yeah, you look all right. He looks like George Costanza. I've heard that one before. So that stress yoga, I'm not going to take offense to that because calling a bald Jewish man George Costanza is sort of that's everyday business, as they call it. That's everyday business. All right, we got a call coming in. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Who do we have on the line?
This is It All Costs Money. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. It all costs money. It's great to hear you tonight. You have a beautiful voice.
Indeed, it's great to be here. Well, thank you. I have a question.
Yeah.
How do I get dumber so that my moral and ethical boundaries stop getting in the way of me growing financially?
Nitrous oxide.
Beautiful.
You know what that is? You've had those
that will
before?
help me eliminate nitrous oxide, spray paint,
no,
fumes
spray,
out
no,
of the
no,
trash
no.
bag,
Spray because
gasoline
that'll make no.
fumes,
Hold
sure,
on. Spray paint will make you too stupid. But I believe
huffing in general, I've done general huffing.
Yeah,
if
but
it's something that you
nitrous
can.
that's
That's a gas.
Whippets. And I'm not talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about. Oh, I'm going to the store. I'm buying a lot of little, whipped cream canisters because that's dirty. No. Nitrous.
You're talking like the actual nitrous
Like a
cartridges
doctor
that you
might
go
give
and you
you.
get like the 12, 18, or 24 pack from the local porn store because you can't get them at the local Walmart anymore. They won't sell them.
They won't
So
sell
you have to
them.
go to the porn store to buy the nitrous oxide.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done it.
So I mean, if
indeed,
that's
indeed.
really Chris,
I've
caller,
experienced the wub wub.
let me turn this around to you. Why do you want to get dumber? What's so bad about?
So that I can. So I don't know how good other people have it. I want to stop caring about my own moral things and start being able to just call up 80-year-old people and be like, give me your money or your grandkid's gonna get beheaded in Jamaica. I want to be able to just turn off any sense of compassion or morality that I might have so that I can start earning financial wealth.
I don't think if you got dumber, that would make you better at scamming old people.
It doesn't necessarily have to be scamming. That's just one potential avenue that my future could take should I be able to give up my morals.
But if you but you see the problem, like if you I mean I think you're kind of you're I don't know if it's seeing the forest for the trees exactly, but don't you think if you get dumber you're just going to be like, damn, why's that boy got that big old house? And you won't even know why. Like now at least you know, oh, it's because they went to a better school than you because they've inherited wealth, and at least you know why. But if you become stupider,
I don't want to know why.
Well, why the hell he got that nice car and I got the damn, I'm going in the Subaru. You know what I mean?
Right, but at least then I might be able to have 20 or 30 kids, and get government funding.
I don't think
either way,
rich,
it works out in the end, right?
I don't think that means you're rich. He's looking at okay. Robbie,
Right,
is saying
but I
you're
would
gonna
stop
become
caring.
Evil. You want to be evil, not stupid.
Either is acceptable.
Well, you got to pick one.
Either is acceptable.
Because I don't, because here's, and let's talk tea. Let's talk tea right now. I don't believe that stupid people are evil. I don't really think that it makes any sense.
Agreed. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think stupid people are evil. But wholeheartedly agree. I
Right.
think they are, lacking. They're
So
just
do you want to
lacking
be
and
evil
can
or do
be
you want to be
taught
stupid
eventually.
Because I think those
If
things
I'm
are mutually
stupid, I would
exclusive.
stop knowing about big houses, and I'd be okay with going to work for like less than minimum wage while my car falls apart.
Okay,
You
so you
know,
want to be
like
rich.
I'd be okay with it then.
You want to be rich.
Sure.
Well,
I don't really want the necessary. I don't even really want money, to be honest. Like, I'd rather just have my own place with like high-speed internet and trash service and like electricity.
well, you want
and
so you want
that's all I
you want a
really
middle
need,
class
like-
life.
Yeah, with servants, robot
Move to
ones,
Europe.
preferably
Next
AI.
caller. Next
but
caller.
that's
Move to Europe. Move to Europe. Easy. 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 Don't live here, dum-dum. We got rid of that. Sorry. We don't have that anymore. You want your kids to go to college? Oh, sorry. We don't have that anymore. No middle class here. You can be really rich or really poor, but you can't be in the middle. That's for Europeans. All right, next caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name? What are you calling about?
Hey, I'm just an anonymous admirer. I just wanted to call in and tell you what I think about your looks. That's
Yeah,
okay.
sure. No problem.
Wow. You look like you wouldn't know what to do when somebody was sucking your dick, that's for sure. I'll tell you that much for free. You look like you got no idea what to do.
Hold on. What am I supposed to do when someone's sucking my dick? I'm supposed to.
There's the problem right there, chat. Did I say it or did I call it?
I mean,
You
what
don't even
am
know
I
what to
supposed?
do.
Well, hold on. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go? Oh yeah, for the sound of your voice, you probably go down there and say, "Oh yeah, baby, that's great." Well, she doesn't really want to hear that either, because it doesn't sound great coming out of your mouth.
Don't worry about what's coming out of your mouth. Worry about what's going in my mouth, your dick.
Are you insulting me or complimenting me?
It is what it is, man. I'm just telling you. You look like you don't even know. You don't even know. You probably wouldn't even know how to roll your eyes back in your head when I'm giving you the sloppiest.
You think that if I came, my
sick.
eyes wouldn't roll back in my head and I'd make some sort of guttural animal noise that you only hear humans make when they come? You really think that? What do you think I would
no.
do?
You'd be sitting there with you'd probably be sitting there with your hand in your pocket going, duh, duh, duh. Is it over yet? It's over when I say it's over.
Well, hold on. I don't like that. Ugh. Over when I say it's over. You can't say stuff like that anymore, dude. You know
Well, it's
that,
about
right?
your pleasure. That's the thing. It's about your pleasure.
But
is
you
what it's
can't
about.
say that anymore. You know that.
It's within it's the confines of the role play that we're doing, so it's fine.
Well, if it's in the role play and I say you can't say that, I don't think it's in the confines of the role play inherently.
Obviously, we'll have safe words. We'll negotiate that in advance.
Right. Well, but we're talking about
you don't know
right
how to do
now.
nothing. This is what I'm talking about. You don't know how to do any of this stuff.
It sounds like you don't.
You don't know what the hell
if
you're talking about.
If you're blowing someone and they got their hand in their pocket and they're going duh duh duh, something ain't working right on your end, buddy. That's we call that user error.
You let me worry about our ends, okay? You don't need to worry about the end. I'll worry about the ends.
The ends?
Yeah, I got my. Well, look, don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you're doing, okay? Don't worry about what my hands are doing. You need to worry about what you're doing, which is namely, are you?
I thought you were referring to a penis as an end of a body, which it is in a way.
Do you even know how to curl your toes? I doubt it.
I mean, this is assuming. So you saying eyes roll back of the head. Oh, and curling the toes. Come on, man. What are you, freaking Bella Hadid down there? Come on, man.
I don't know. What does she do?
Bella Hadid is a character from television that I'm obsessed with.
Okay, speak on that.
Now, somebody in the chat is saying, lol, Jessie comes like a girl.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I just want to see if you have a response there. I think there's a bunch of dogs
whoever that
in my
is
backyard,
probably
man. I think there's a bunch of dogs in my backyard. What's up with that?
Why don't you go piss on them?
All right, I can see this as a joke, caller. I'm gonna let you go if you're gonna joke around. Say that kind of stuff. Piss on them. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to do a show here, dude. Trying to do a show here, dude. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name? What are you calling about?
Hey, Luke. Dr. Swamp.
What's up, Dr. Swamp? How the fuck are you?
I'm doing very well. I got another top 5 for you.
All right, top 5. Here we go.
Top 5 things to do in middle school during the summer.
During the summer? All right, number 5, and I'm putting it at 5 because it ain't number 1, trying weed for the first time. I'm not going to say it's number 1, never would say that, but number 5 is going to be trying weed for the first time. Now you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to do walking a half a mile to the convenience store for a slush puppy.
Yup, love that. Number 4 for me is going to be riding my bike to the creek. Let's say it again. It's a beautiful turn of phrase.
Riding my bike to the creek.
I'm going to go number 4, walking 2 blocks over to my friend's house whose sister was very cute.
And I'm going to bounce off that and say my number 3 is talking to a girl on Instant Messenger and not getting the signals that she's flirting with me because I'm too young to understand it, but knowing something's going on and I like talking to her every day.
Yeah, she's very nice and very sweet to you.
Yeah. But I don't know why.
All right, number 3. Number 3, I'm going to go, after playing outside all day and it's really hot, building a little blanket fort over top of the air conditioning vent.
Okay, all right, I'm going to do... Now, okay, hold on, Dr. Swan. I feel like middle school is a little too old for that. I'm going to be honest. You still building forts in middle school?
No, I understand. Well, I mean, we got 6th grade involved here.
All right. 6th grade, that's the last year you're allowed to build a fort of any sort.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right. Number 2 for me is going to be
inviting a friend over from the neighborhood, but I refuse to play anything on my GameCube but Animal Crossing, and I say, sorry, dude, it's a one-player game, and I make them watch.
If they ask too many questions, I stop talking to them.
I'm going to bounce off that one, and number 2, I'm going to going to my rich friend's house to play video games that he only has and no one else does.
Bitch. That's me in this situation. And you ain't playing them. You're watching me play them because you don't know how the fuck they work. Sorry.
All right, what's your number 1?
Number 1 for me, watching the Golden Age Simpsons episodes live as they came out on Sundays.
Oh, that's so good.
Yup.
So good. Number 1 summer activity in middle school for me is going to be chilling on the stoop at sunset.
Bro,
I just realized though, during the summer, they don't show new Simpsons. So I guess I'm gonna have to say, watching reruns from 6 to 7 of the episodes I like, that I like from the Golden Age of Simpsons. So I actually got that right, Robbie. So fuck you. In season 14, so it's still good till the movie. Shut up.
You're still good. Shit. You're still watching Simpsons.
It's
I mean,
still good till the
still
movie,
good.
and that's like season 17. It is good until the movie. It's pretty good. I'm not saying it's amazing, but it's pretty good Until the movie. All right. Take care, caller. Dr. Swamp, thank you for calling in.
Bye, Luke.
Goodbye. We got time for like one more call here. The movie doesn't suck. Robbie, you watched that shit when you were my age. You watched it when you were 14 years old and you're laughing your fucking ass off at Spider Pig. Give me a fucking break. Motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Oh, Robbie's ass, 12 years old, Spider Pig comes on. Yeah, I don't think so. Ha 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 ha! I'm going to the 7-Eleven that looks at a quickie bar. And I'm getting the pink donut. And the Slurpee that's now a squishy. Ha ha ha! You sound stupid. Well, a lot of things from that age stuff from that don't age so good. Motherfucker. Ha! All right. It's 10, folks. Well, Morty, voice, and shirt. R.I.P. That's what happened, right? Justin Roiland died? Tanner? That's what happened to him? He died? Justin Roiland? Oh, my bad. Luke, what do you think about them showing Bart's penis in the movie? Fucked up or not even? You know what? Think about you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet. You know what I mean? And you gotta crack a few Bart's penises to make at least a vagina. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. That's the end of the program tonight. Well, I'll tell you what. I had some fun tonight playing pretend. I don't know, man. I had a lot of fun. I like doing this, Tanner. I had fun. I missed this, doing the call-ins. Just talking to a drunk lady that called me fat. I mean, this is why we do it, folks. You know, these are the moments we live for. These are the moments we live for as an entertainer. Right, is fuck with this stream. All right. Well, folks, we'll be back tomorrow morning playing Paper Mario. And, let's raid Bakun, everybody. Let's raid Bakun. Thank you all for being here. I do the show all the time. You know, it's fine. Whatever. How the fuck do you spell Bakun? It's hard, bro. Got it. Hey, no problem. No problem. And you know what? Oh, we're allowed to show Bart's penis, but the second we show Lisa's vagina, chat gets oddly quiet. Interesting. I'm just saying, maybe look inward before you look outward and cast your judgment onto me. Have a good night, everybody. You take the stream offline?